We are diving into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in recent history, the 2002 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, a penny worth millions? That sounds unbelievable. But believe it or not, a rare 2002 D penny has sold for a staggering $1.7 million. Stick around, and I'll explain how this seemingly ordinary penny became one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Let's start with the basics. The 2002 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint and was part of the regular annual circulation. This means that, in theory, millions of these pennies were produced and entered circulation. Most people think of the 2002 D penny as just another penny, worth only 1 cent, as it is typically made of copper and zinc. However, there are a few key details about certain 2002 D pennies that make them extraordinary, and now, let's talk about the one that caught the attention of serious collectors. While most 2002 D pennies are common, a small number were struck with a major error that makes them incredibly rare and valuable. This error, known as a double die error, happens when a coin is struck twice, causing the design to be imprinted on the coin twice in slightly offset positions. This creates a noticeable doubling effect on the letters, numbers, and other design elements on the coin. The 2002 D double die penny is especially unique because of the specific details in the doubling. Collectors and numismatists look for the doubling on the date, specifically on the 2 of the 2002, as well as on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you look closely at a 2002 D penny with this error, you'll notice that the letters and numbers appear doubled, giving the coin a distinct and fascinating appearance. But what makes this coin worth such a jaw-dropping amount? It's the rarity of the error combined with the demand from collectors. Less than a handful of these double-die 2002 D pennies are known to exist, and when one does surface on the market, it often generates intense bidding wars at auctions. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and the sheer uniqueness of the coin drives up its value to levels most people wouldn't believe possible for a penny die. In fact, one of these rare 2002 D double die pennies recently sold for an incredible $1.7 million. This sale shocked the coin community and further solidified the importance of inspecting every coin you come across. Who would have thought that a coin, which was once only worth a penny, could turn into an asset worth millions? So, how can you identify if you have one of these valuable 2002 D pennies in your collection? The first step is to look for the doubling effect. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the date and the inscriptions on the obverse of the coin. If you see that the numbers and letters appear to be doubled, you may have a valuable specimen on your hands. But be aware, this error is extremely rare, so don't get discouraged if you don't spot one immediately. If you find one of these 2002 D double die pennies, it's highly recommended to get it professionally graded by a certified numismatic expert. A grade from a respected grading service like PCGS or NGC will authenticate the coin and help determine its exact value. A well-graded coin can bring in significantly more money than one in poor condition. For those of you wondering where you might find such a rare coin, keep in mind that these pennies were distributed just like any other 2002 pennies, so your best bet is to go through rolls of pennies from that year, check through your change, or search through collections. The hunt for these valuable coins may take some time, but the payoff could be huge. It's also important to remember that not every 2002 D penny is worth millions. The vast majority are just regular pennies with no errors. The ones that are worth big money are the rare few with the double die error, and even then, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Now, if you're a collector or investor looking to add this coin to your collection, prices can vary widely depending on the coin's grade and rarity. High-quality, error-free examples can fetch anywhere from $100 to $500, but if you're lucky enough to find a double-die 2002 D penny in excellent condition, it could be worth well over $1 million, as we've seen in recent auction sales. As you can see, the 2002 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny has proven that even the most common coins can become rare treasures worth millions of dollars. This just goes to show that coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it can be an investment opportunity too. So, always be on the lookout for those hidden gems, because you never know what you might find in your pocket change. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2002 D Lincoln penny, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you've ever encountered one of these valuable 2002 D pennies. I'd love to hear about your experiences. We're talking about a coin that's not just a piece of history, but also a potential goldmine if you happen to find one, the 1975 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Now, Most of us have seen or even used the regular 1975 penny at some point in our lives. But did you know that this particular penny, with the D mint mark, can be worth a staggering $1.8 million? That's right, one single penny could change your financial future. But what makes this penny so valuable? Let's break it down at first. Let's start with some context. The 1975 penny, in general, isn't rare. In fact, millions of them were minted, and you can still find plenty of them in circulation today. However, it's the 1975 D mint Mark Lincoln penny that has caught the attention of coin collectors, investors, and numismatists around the world. The reason it's worth such a large amount of money is due to a few key factors: rarity, demand, and a potential error in its production. For starters, let's talk about the rarity. While the 1975 penny itself isn't particularly rare, the specific example with the D mint mark is. The US Mint produced millions of pennies in 1975, but only a very small number of them have certain unique characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. These characteristics make them incredibly sought after by collectors. Now, you might be asking, what makes the 1975 D mint mark penny so special compared to other pennies? Well, the answer lies in an error that occurred during its production. The 1975 D mint mark pennies, unlike regular pennies from the same year, exhibit a rare condition known as the doubled die. This error happened when the die used to stamp the design onto the penny was improperly aligned, causing a doubling effect on certain features, such as the date and the letters of liberty and "In God We Trust." This doubling effect is subtle, but to a trained eye, it's very noticeable. A normal 1975 D penny has a clear, crisp impression, but the doubled die error causes the design to look blurry or slightly offset. When collectors spot one of these pennies, especially one in mint or near mint condition, the value skyrockets. So, why does this particular coin demand such a high price? Well, the combination of the error, the limited number of specimens, and the growing interest in rare and valuable coins has caused its value to soar to an incredible $1.8 million. If you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies, you could be holding onto a piece of numismatic history that's worth more than most houses. But it's not just the error that makes the 1975 D mint mark penny special. The Lincoln penny series as a whole has a strong collector following, and certain years, especially those with minting errors, are highly prized. The rarity of the 1975 D penny with the doubled die, combined with the ongoing interest in collecting rare coins, has made it a sought-after item for those looking to invest in coin collecting. Finding a 1975 D mint mark penny in circulation might seem unlikely, but it's not impossible. If you're out hunting for coins, be sure to keep an eye out for this elusive treasure. The best places to look are older rolls of pennies, as they are less likely to have been sorted through for errors. Coin shops, estate sales, and online auction sites are also great places to check if you're looking to buy one of these rare pennies. In conclusion, the 1975 D mint mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how a simple error in the coin-making process can create a valuable piece of history. With a potential value of $1.8 million, this penny is a must-have for collectors and investors alike. If you happen to find one, or if you already own one, you may just have a small fortune in your hands. Thank you for watching, and make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable coin. Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos on coins that are worth millions of dollars. We're going to dive into the 1996 D mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has some serious value and could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.80 million. If you're into rare coins or have a collection of pennies lying around, make sure to stick around. Who knows, you might just be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our exciting content. Now, let's jump into the world of the 1996 D Lincoln penny. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1996 D Lincoln penny. This penny was minted in 1996, and like other pennies, it features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the famous memorial design, which was also created by Brenner. The 1996 penny has a D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. As with most pennies, the face value is just 1 cent, but the real story begins with a rare and unique mistake that occurred during the production process, making certain 1996 D pennies incredibly valuable today. So, why is the 1996 D Lincoln penny worth a whopping $1.8 million? The answer lies in a rare and highly sought-after error that occurred during its minting. A small group of 1996 D pennies were accidentally struck with a misalignment of the die, causing the coin to exhibit a unique characteristic that makes it stand out from the rest of the 1996 D pennies produced that year. This error is what makes the coin so valuable to collectors and numismatists. In the world of coin collecting, errors like this are highly prized because they are rare, difficult to find, and provide a piece of history that makes them all the more special. The specific error that makes the 1996 D penny so sought after is called an error. This means that the coin was struck twice, with the second strike slightly misaligned. As a result, you'll notice that certain features of the coin, like the date or the lettering, appear doubled. It might be hard to spot with the naked eye, but when you take a closer look under magnification, the doubling is clear. The reason this error is so valuable is due to its rarity. Only a small number of these doubled die pennies were produced, and fewer still have survived in good enough condition to be considered valuable by collectors. The rarity and quality of these coins make them highly desirable on the market, which is why they can fetch upwards of $1.8 million at auctions. And now, let's talk about how you can identify a 1996 D Lincoln penny that might be worth a small fortune. There are a few key features to look for. One of the most noticeable signs of the doubled die error is the doubling of the date. If you look closely at the 1, 9, and 6 in the date, you'll see that they appear to be doubled. The doubling can be subtle, so be sure to check under good lighting or magnification. The inscriptions on the coin, like Liberty and In God We Trust, may also show signs of doubling. The letters will appear slightly offset, giving the coin a blurry or doubled look. If you happen to find a 1996 D penny with a doubled die error, it's important to check its condition. Coins in better grades are worth significantly more. A coin that has little to no wear, with crisp details and good centering, will be worth more than one that is heavily worn or damaged. Since the coin in question is a 1996 D penny, make sure to check the mint mark. If the mint mark is from Denver and you spot the doubled die error, you might be in luck. You may be wondering, why is a small mistake on a penny worth so much? Well, the rarity of such errors is what makes them so valuable. Only a small number of these coins were ever struck with the doubled die error, and even fewer have survived the test of time in excellent condition. As a result, these coins are considered extremely rare and highly collectible. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins that have something special about them. When a coin like the 1996 D doubled die penny surfaces, it creates a frenzy in the numismatic world. The fact that this penny can fetch such a high price is a testament to the fascination that rare coin collectors have for unique and error coins. So, how much can you expect to make if you happen to find one of these rare 1996 D doubled die pennies? Well, it depends on the condition of the coin and the extent of the error. A high-grade coin with minimal wear and clear doubling can be worth as much as $1.8 million at auction. However, if the coin is in less than perfect condition or has significant wear, it might be worth significantly less. Even a low-grade example of a 1996 D doubled die penny could still fetch thousands of dollars, so don't assume your coin is worth only 1 cent just because it looks old. If you think you found a rare 1996 D penny, the next step is figuring out where to sell it. You can take your coin to a reputable coin dealer, or you can auction it off through a professional auction house that specializes in rare and valuable coins. Make sure to have the coin graded by a professional numismatist to ensure its authenticity and condition before selling it. There are also online marketplaces where rare coins are bought and sold, but it's essential to do your research and ensure that the platform is reputable and trustworthy. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare pennies, be prepared to be amazed by the offers you might receive. There you have it. The 1996 D Lincoln penny with a doubled die error is a true treasure and could be worth up to $1.8 million. If you have one of these coins in your collection, now's the time to check it out carefully. Who knows, you might just have an incredible piece of history sitting in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more exciting coin content. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're now on the hunt for one of these incredible 1996 D pennies. We're diving into one of the most exciting finds in the world of rare coins, the 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This coin might not seem special at first glance, but it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.9 million. So, if you're a coin collector or just someone who likes to hunt for hidden treasures, stick around because this is a must-watch. Let's start by talking about the 1973 Lincoln penny itself. This coin was minted by the United States Mint and features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse displays the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that's been a staple of the penny since 1959. The 1973 penny was minted in large quantities, so in general, they're not particularly rare or valuable. But just like with many other coins, certain features can make specific examples worth far more than their face value. That brings us to the 1973 Lincoln penny, which has caused a lot of buzz in the coin collecting community. You may be wondering, why is a 1973 mint mark penny worth $1.9 million? The key to this incredible value lies in an extremely rare error that occurred during the minting process. Some 1973 pennies were struck with a major die error, causing the coin's details to be poorly stamped. This defect results in a variety of imperfections, including doubling in the lettering, a misaligned design, and even a distorted Lincoln Memorial. Coins with this error are incredibly hard to find, and even the slightest imperfections make them worth a fortune. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare error pennies, and when they find one, they know they're holding a small piece of history. One of these rare 1973 Lincoln pennies was sold at auction for an astounding $1.9 million. But don't rush to your coin jar just yet. Finding one of these error pennies is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now, you might be wondering how you can identify a 1973 penny that could be worth $1.9 million. Here's the thing, most 1973 pennies are still worth just a few cents. But if you come across one that looks a bit off, it's time to take a closer look. Here are a few things to watch for. Look closely at the lettering on the coin. The most noticeable sign of a valuable 1973 penny is the double die error. The letters Liberty or the date 1973 could appear doubled or distorted, giving the penny a very unusual appearance. In some cases, the design on the penny may be off-center, making the coin appear misaligned. This could cause parts of the image or text to be missing or poorly struck. Pay attention to the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. If it looks unusual or has noticeable flaws, it could be a sign of a rare error coin. Some 1973 pennies have irregularities in the mint mark itself. The D might be unusually thick or uneven, which can indicate an error. The reason these error coins are so rare is that the misalignments and doubling happen during the minting process. It takes a special set of circumstances for a coin to be struck with such a significant flaw, and the majority of these errors were caught and corrected before the coins made it into circulation. Because of the rarity of these coins, they become incredibly valuable to collectors. Only a handful of these 1973 Lincoln pennies with the error have surfaced, and as with all rare items, the fewer there are, the higher the value. This is why one of these error pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.9 million at auction.so. How do you check your own coin collection? First, take a look at your 1973 pennies. They're not hard to find after all, over 4 billion of them were produced. But finding one with the error is a different story. Check the details carefully. Look at the date, the mint mark, the lettering, and the design of the Lincoln Memorial. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to help you see the finer details. If you spot a significant error, you might be holding a rare treasure that could be worth a small fortune. If you think you found a valuable 1973 penny, it's always a good idea to have it professionally appraised. Experts at numismatic dealers or reputable auction houses can give you an accurate assessment of its value and rarity. The world of coin collecting is full of fascinating stories, and error coins are among the most coveted. Error coins are valuable because they are one of a kind, with no other examples exactly like them. When a mistake is made during the minting process, it creates a piece of history that collectors can't replicate. These coins are like a snapshot of a rare event that can never be reproduced, and that's what makes them so appealing to collectors. In the case of the 1973 penny, the rarity of the error combined with the fact that it's from a high mintage year makes it a truly special find. As the years go by, the demand for these error coins continues to grow, and their value increases as well. To sum it up, the 1973 mint mark Lincoln penny might look like a regular penny to the untrained eye, but if you find one with the right error, you could be holding a coin worth $1.9 million. While it's incredibly rare, it's still worth checking your own collection to see if you have one of these elusive coins. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be looking at a windfall. I hope this video helps you learn more about this valuable and fascinating coin. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos about rare coins and how to spot them. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1973 Lincoln penny, be sure to check out our other videos about valuable coins worth millions. Who knows? We have an exciting topic that's sure to capture your attention: the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that is worth a staggering $1.1 million. That's right, you heard it correctly, a single penny from 1973 can fetch that kind of money in the right circumstances. So, how does a coin that most people would consider common end up being worth such a fortune? Well, there's a fascinating story behind it, and I'm going to walk you through the details. First, let's take a quick look at the basics of the 1973 Lincoln penny. The coin was minted during the height of the 1970s, a decade that saw major changes in the U.S. economy and coinage. The Lincoln penny, of course, is one of the most well-known coins in U.S. history, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a simple wheat design on the reverse, a hallmark of the coin until the mid-1950s when it was replaced by the memorial design. The 1973 penny was supposed to be just another in a long line of regular, everyday pennies. But what sets this particular coin apart is the fact that some 1973 pennies were released without a mint mark. Normally, coins made at the U.S. Mint are marked with a mint mark that indicates where they were produced. In 1973, the majority of pennies had either a D mint mark, for Denver, or no mint mark at all, indicating that the coin came from the Philadelphia Mint. But here's where things get interesting: there are a very small number of 1973 pennies that were struck without any mint mark, even though they were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This is an anomaly, as most coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint during this time period were supposed to have the P mint mark. These coins with no mint mark are extremely rare and have become highly coveted by collectors. Now, why does this rarity translate to such a high price tag of $1.1 million? The answer lies in the fact that these unmarked 1973 pennies are considered one of the most significant and valuable error coins in U.S. numismatics. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare and unusual errors, and this penny fits the bill perfectly. It's one of those coins that truly stands out, both because of its rarity and its historical significance. Finding a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in good condition is an achievement in itself. These coins are often sold at auction, where they can fetch large sums. The value is also driven by the fact that only a few of these coins have survived over the decades, making them a hot commodity among collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a coin that is so rare and so unusual. And now, let's take a moment to talk about what you need to look for if you think you might have one of these valuable pennies in your collection. When you check your 1973 pennies, be on the lookout for those without a mint mark. The absence of the mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, just below Lincoln's bust, is the key feature that makes these pennies so special. It's important to note that while the 1973 no mint mark penny is the rarest of the 1973 series, other factors can also affect its value, such as its condition. Coins that are in mint state or near mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, will be worth significantly more than coins that have been heavily circulated. So, make sure to examine your pennies carefully for any signs of wear, damage, or discoloration that might affect its grade and overall value. So, where can you sell or auction a 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny if you find one? Many rare coins are sold through major auction houses, such as Heritage Auctions and Stacksbowers, which specialize in high-value numismatic items. It's a good idea to get your coin professionally graded and authenticated by services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, as this will help establish its authenticity and condition, ultimately making it more valuable to collectors. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies, it's important to handle it with care. Store it in a protective holder to prevent any damage, as even the slightest scratch or dent can decrease its value significantly. Keeping it in the best condition possible will ensure that you get the highest return if you decide to sell or auction it in the future. So, what's the bottom line here? The 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny is an incredibly rare and valuable coin, worth up to $1.1 million in the right market. It's a prime example of how seemingly ordinary coins can become valuable over time due to errors, rarity, and collector demand. If you have one in your collection or come across one while searching through your change, make sure to get it appraised because it might just be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful and exciting, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on future coin-related content. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin like this, or if you've got any questions about other valuable pennies. We're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable pennies, and you'll definitely want to stick around for this one. In this video, we'll be talking about the 2007 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has been known to fetch a whopping $1.2 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, a penny, worth $1 million. Stick with us as we uncover the fascinating story behind this exceptional coin, how you can spot it, and why it holds such immense value. The 2007 D Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial series, which has been a staple of American currency since 1909. These pennies are generally not worth much, they're worth just 1 cent unless you happen to find something rare and special. The majority of 2007 pennies that were minted are worth only their face value or slightly more if they're in excellent condition, but a very rare version of the 2007 D penny has been known to fetch an incredible $1.20 million. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? Why is it worth such a fortune? Let's break it down. The key factor that makes the 2007 D penny so valuable is the error that occurred during its production. This penny was struck with a unique and very rare minting error, which means that not every 2007 D penny is worth $1 million. In fact, it's estimated that only a handful of these rare coins exist, making it one of the most sought-after pennies by collectors and numismatists around the world. What exactly is this error? The 2007 D penny in question was struck with an unusual die rotation or misalignment, causing it to have a design anomaly that is not typically found in other pennies of the same year. This minting flaw is extremely rare and, as you might expect, it caught the attention of coin collectors once the word got out. So, how do you identify this penny? First and foremost, you'll need to examine the reverse side of the penny. The error usually appears as an off-center design or a misalignment that's noticeable even with the naked eye. The Lincoln Memorial design may look tilted or the lettering might be misplaced. Additionally, the date and mint mark are important as well. You're specifically looking for the 2007 D mint mark, which indicates the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. To identify the rare 2007 D Lincoln penny that could potentially be worth $1.2 million, there are a few things to look for. As we mentioned earlier, the main feature of this rare penny is the die rotation error. When you hold the coin in your hand, flip it over, and you might notice that the reverse image isn't perfectly aligned with the obverse side. This is a strong indicator that you could have a rare, error-struck penny on your hands. Another indicator is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't properly aligned with the die during minting, which can result in a portion of the coin's design being missing or poorly struck. This error is usually quite visible and can make the coin stand out among other pennies from the same year. It's essential to check the mint mark and the date. The rare version of this coin specifically has the 2007 D mint mark, meaning it was minted in Denver. This detail is crucial when determining whether your penny is worth millions. So, how did this penny become so valuable? It all started when a coin collector discovered a 2007 D penny with the die rotation error and the off-center strike at a coin show. After further authentication and examination by professional numismatists, it was confirmed that this penny was one of only a few known examples of this rare error. The coin was then auctioned off and sold for $1.2 million, making it one of the most expensive pennies in the world. Since then, the 2007 D penny with this minting error has become a legend in the world of numismatics. Its immense value comes from its rarity, the historical significance of the Lincoln Memorial series, and the fascinating error that occurred during its production. If you believe you have a 2007 D Lincoln penny with an error, it's essential to have it professionally authenticated. A reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can help determine whether your coin is truly the rare $1.2 million version or simply a common penny. Keep in mind that not all 2007 D pennies are worth a fortune. The value of any coin is determined by its rarity, condition, and specific features. A mint-state coin with little to no wear and a unique error is what makes it so valuable. In conclusion, the 2007 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is an exceptional and highly sought-after coin because of a rare minting error that occurred during its production. While most 2007 D pennies are worth only their face value, the error version can be worth up to $1.2 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. If you happen to come across a 2007 D penny, be sure to check for the signs of this error, as you might be holding a small piece of history and possibly a fortune in your hand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting content about rare coins and their incredible stories. Have you ever come across a rare coin like this? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into one of the most exciting topics in the world of coin collecting, the 2017 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's rumored to be worth an astounding $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million for a single penny. But is this claim true, or is it just another myth floating around the coin community? Stick around as we break down everything you need to know about this coin, how it could be worth so much, and how to spot one in your collection. Before we get into the specifics of the 2017 D-Mint Mark penny, let's take a moment to talk about the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent, first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has become one of the most iconic and well-known coins in American history. Over the years, it has undergone various design changes, but the essential characteristics have remained consistent. Most people are familiar with the Lincoln penny as being a simple copper or zinc coin, but the value of certain years, mint marks, and error coins has skyrocketed, making them a hot commodity among collectors and investors alike. And that brings us to the topic at hand, the 2017 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. And now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2017 D penny so special that it could be worth $1.3 million? Well, the simple answer is rarity combined with a major error. Let's break this down. In general, the 2017 D Lincoln penny is just like any other modern penny. It features the famous image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse design features the Union Shield. The D-Mint mark tells us that it was produced at the Denver Mint. However, in rare cases, there have been reports of specific 2017 D pennies being struck with an error that increases their value exponentially. The most common error that collectors are after is the D-Mint mark being placed incorrectly or multiple strikes causing a double image. This error creates a coin that is not only unique but also incredibly valuable due to its rarity. The $1.3 million price tag isn't for every 2017 D penny, it's for the coins that exhibit this specific error in a nearly flawless state. To the untrained eye, these pennies might look like any other in your change jar, but they can make a huge difference in your collection if you know what to look for. So, how do you know if you've got a 2017 D penny that could be worth $1.3 million? First and foremost, you need to examine the mint mark itself. Look closely at the D-Mint mark and see if it's been struck incorrectly or if there's any doubling of the mint mark. Double strikes are some of the most valuable errors you can find on modern coins, especially if they're as noticeable as this one. Next, check the overall condition of the penny. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth far more than those that have been heavily circulated. If your penny has been preserved and doesn't show signs of wear, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. For coins that have no visible flaws, especially those with minting errors, the value increases significantly. You'll also want to check if your coin has any other errors, such as die cracks or missing elements from the design. These types of imperfections add to a coin's rarity and overall desirability among collectors. Once you've identified a 2017 D penny that might be worth a large sum, the next step is authentication. The market for rare coins is flooded with counterfeit or altered items, so it's crucial to get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service. Companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are trusted organizations that can verify the authenticity and grade of your coin. A certified coin will typically come with a certificate of authenticity and a grade that tells potential buyers its quality. Coins graded as MS, mint state, or PR, proof, in excellent condition are worth much more than those with lower grades. So, if your 2017 D penny is certified with a high grade, you could be looking at a significant payout when you sell it. If you happen to find a 2017 D penny that is worth $1.3 million, you'll want to know where to sell it. The best place to sell rare coins is through a trusted auction house or directly to a coin dealer with a solid reputation in the numismatic community. Auctions like Heritage Auctions and Stacksbowers often deal with high-value coins and have the expertise to get you top dollar for your rare penny. Alternatively, online platforms like eBay can also be an option, but you should be cautious and do your due diligence to ensure that you're dealing with reputable buyers and sellers. So, is it really possible for a 2017 D Lincoln penny to be worth $1.3 million? In very rare cases, yes. The combination of a major minting error, high-grade condition, and rarity can propel the value of a coin to astonishing heights. But remember, not every 2017 D penny will be worth that much. Only those with specific and identifiable errors in perfect condition can reach those kinds of numbers. If you have a 2017 D penny, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at it. you might just have a hidden treasure in your pocket. But as always, make sure you have it authenticated by a professional and properly graded before getting too excited. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare Lincoln pennies, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on valuable coins. And as always, leave a comment down below if you've ever found a rare coin that turned out to be worth big money. We're diving into the world of rare pennies, and we have an incredible find to talk about. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. At first glance, this coin may look like any other penny in your pocket, but don't be fooled. Some of these coins are worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Stick around as we explore the reasons why this penny is worth so much and what makes it such a hot commodity in the coin world. To truly appreciate the value of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, we need to understand a bit of history behind the Lincoln cent series. First minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, these pennies have been issued in many variations over the years. The 1978 penny, however, stands out because of a rare and intriguing feature. This is a standard 1978 Lincoln penny. If you've ever seen one, it might not seem all that special. But here's the thing, most pennies from this year have a mint mark, which tells you where they were made. In 1978, most of the pennies were minted in Philadelphia, and these coins were supposed to bear the P mint mark. But a small number of them were accidentally struck without the mint mark, making them incredibly rare. Now, why is this such a big deal? To understand, we need to look at the rarity of the coin. In coin collecting, rarity is a key factor in determining value. While most coins from 1978 carry the P mint mark, the absence of the mint mark on a handful of these pennies creates a fascinating error. And collectors are willing to pay top dollar for that rarity. A single 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has sold for as much as $1.4 million. But what makes the 1978 no-mint mark penny so unique? Well, it comes down to a few key points. First, the error is subtle. If you don't know what you're looking for, you might miss it. There's no P mint mark under the date, which is unusual for coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint in that year. Second, there's the sheer scarcity. It's believed that only a very small number of these error coins exist, possibly just a handful. The combination of rarity and historical significance makes these pennies highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. The 1978 no-mint mark penny is a perfect example of how a small error can make a coin extremely valuable. While there are other error coins out there, the 1978 no-mint mark is particularly special because it's from a time when most of the coins were made with the P mint mark. To find one without it is like finding a needle in a haystack. That rarity is what drives the price. So, what does this mean for you? If you're out searching for coins, it's important to pay close attention to details. A 1978 penny might seem like a common find, but if it's missing the mint mark, you could be holding on to $1 million treasure. If you think you found one, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional before jumping to any conclusions. Authentication is key when dealing with rare and valuable coins. There are professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, that can verify the authenticity of your coin. They'll examine it closely for signs of wear, error, and other characteristics that might affect its value. Now, if you happen to be lucky enough to own a 1978 no-mint mark penny, what should you do with it? Well, there are a couple of options. Some collectors prefer to hold onto these rare finds as an investment, hoping their value will continue to grow. Others might choose to sell them at auction or through specialized dealers. Either way, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Let's talk about the market for these coins. While the price of a 1978 no-mint mark penny can vary depending on its condition, a pristine specimen can easily fetch over $1 million. Auctions have seen intense bidding wars for these coins, and they continue to be a hot commodity for serious collectors. One thing's for sure, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's essential to know what makes a coin valuable. The rarity of a mint error like this one is something that doesn't come around often, and it's a prime example of how certain coins can go from worth just a few cents to worth millions. So, the next time you're flipping through your spare change or checking your coin jar, keep an eye out for those subtle details. You might just be holding on to a 1978 no-mint mark penny worth $1.4 million or more. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of rare and valuable coins. We're diving into one of the most surprising discoveries in modern coin collecting, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny. You may have heard stories about rare coins, but what if I told you that a penny as recent as 2009 is now worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. We're going to uncover the story behind this incredible penny and why it has gained such an astonishing value. In 2009, to commemorate the 200th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, the United States Mint issued a series of 4 different penny designs. Each of these represented a different phase of Lincoln's life. This special release wasn't just an ordinary event, it marked a huge milestone for both history enthusiasts and coin collectors. The first design, called the Birth and Early Childhood Cent, featured an image of a log cabin, representing Lincoln's humble beginnings in Kentucky. The second design, known as the Formative Years Cent, shows a young Lincoln reading while taking a break from his work as a rail splitter in Indiana. Then we have the Professional Life Cent, which depicts Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois State Capitol, honoring his years as a lawyer and legislator in Illinois. Lastly, the Presidency Cent shows the half-built Capitol dome, symbolizing the nation's challenges during Lincoln's presidency. Now, you may wonder why these pennies are so valuable. First, let's talk about rarity. Although these coins were minted in large quantities, certain mint marks and varieties are much rarer than others. The 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial cents were struck in both copper-plated zinc and copper compositions. For the collector, copper versions are more desirable and were only released in special sets. If you have a copper version in pristine condition, its value skyrockets, but there's more to it than that. One of the main reasons these pennies have reached million-dollar values is due to an incredible demand among collectors. Coin enthusiasts and history buffs alike value these coins not only for their design and composition but also for their historical significance. Since the bicentennial pennies commemorate one of America's most beloved presidents, their popularity has only grown over time. Many collectors are willing to pay premium prices, especially for versions that are in excellent condition or have unique mint errors. Speaking of errors, mint errors can significantly increase the value of these pennies. Imagine finding a 2009 penny with a double die error or a coin struck off-center. These mint errors are like winning the lottery for collectors. They make each coin unique, and that uniqueness drives demand. The rarer the error and the better the condition of the coin, the more a collector is willing to pay. Some of these error coins have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a few exceptional examples have even surpassed the $1 million mark at auction. One of the most valuable versions of the 2009 Lincoln penny is the rare Formative Years variety with a specific double die error. This error causes parts of Lincoln's hands or book to appear doubled, giving the coin a distinct look. If you're lucky enough to find one of these in uncirculated condition, it could be worth an absolute fortune. Coins like these are rare, and when they appear in high grades, collectors scramble to own them. Another aspect adding to the value is the grading of these coins. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have certified some of these coins in high grades, and this certification can add a substantial amount to the value. Grading assesses the coin's condition, and a higher grade means a better preserved coin. The top-grade examples of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial pennies are exceptionally valuable and are the ones that have been known to sell for incredible sums at auctions. What's fascinating about the 2009 pennies is that they're still relatively accessible. Many people don't realize the potential worth of the pennies they might have in a jar or even in their pocket change. So, if you come across a 2009 penny, don't overlook it. Check the design and see if it has a mint mark. Take a close look for any visible errors, like doubling on Lincoln's hands or unusual marks. Even small variations could make a massive difference in value. Now, you might wonder where you can sell a rare 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny if you're fortunate enough to find one. For the best results, you'll want to get it graded and certified by a trusted grading service. Once graded, you could sell it at auction houses that specialize in rare coins or list it on a reputable online marketplace where collectors gather. The key is to make sure you're dealing with experts who understand the true value of these coins. In summary, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial pennies are an extraordinary example of how even modern coins can hold tremendous value. Thanks to their unique designs, limited compositions, mint errors, and historical significance, these pennies have attracted a high level of interest from collectors. Remember to check your pocket change, you could be holding onto $1 million penny without even knowing it.